Hello students, welcome to the maths video lecture by Jaini Shah. We are continuing the topic exponents. In my previous lecture, we had seen the basics of exponents and their few examples given in the exercise. Today we are going to see the laws of exponents and their examples. There are 5 laws of exponents that we are going to see in this lecture. The first one is a raised to m into a raised to n, where a is the base and m and n are the powers. If a raised to m and a raised to n are multiplied, then you have the addition of the powers. For example, you can see 2 raised to 3 and 2 raised to 5 are given. Here common is 2, that is 2 is the base. If the base is the same, then and then only we can add the powers of their respective numbers. So it becomes 2 raised to 8. Now we move on to the next one. When the powers are in the division, that is a raised to m divided by a raised to n, then the powers are subtracted. For example, 2 raised to 5 and 2 raised to 3 is given. Here base is again the same. If the base are same, I again repeat, only if they are same, then and then you can do this subtraction. So when the powers are in division, then subtraction is made and we get the answer 2 raised to 2. Moving on to the next one. When a raised to m raised to n, that means there is a bracket given in between, then the powers are multiplied. Here 2 and 3, they both are multiplied and we get the answer 6. The next one, here ab raised to n, means a and b both are base over here and they both have the same power, that is n. Here you can see in the example 2 and 5 both are the base and they have the same power 3. So this power is applied in the outer box, that is given in the outer box is applied to the inner elements, both the inner elements. Even if there are more elements, then also it is applied to all of them. Moving on to the last one, when the powers is same but the base are different. We have the different bases over here sharing the same power. Then this power is shared by both of them individually. For example, 4 upon 7 whole raised to 3. That means this 3 is shared by both of them. Base A, that is 4, and base B, that is 7. Moving on to the exercise. We have the first sum simplified. Now in the previous lecture we had seen that when the powers are negative, the first basic thing you will do is turn it into positive by taking the reciprocal of it. Here 11 upon 9 whole raised to minus 7 and 9 upon 11 whole raised to minus 8 both are carrying the negative powers. By using the laws of exponent, that is, this power is given to both of them, is shared by both the elements. Here in this step, reciprocal is being done so that the power has turned into positive 1. Now in this step, it carries powers positive 1 by both the elements. With the rule number 2, that is when they are in division, then the powers are subtracted for the same base. So 11 upon 8 and 11 upon 7, as well as here 9 raised to 11 raised to 8, 11 raised to 7, 9 raised to 7 and 9 raised to 8. Here individually 11 and it's done with 11 and 9 is done with the 9. So 11 raised to 8 minus 7 and 9 raised to 7 minus 8. So this gives 11 raised to 1. This gives 9 raised to minus 1. Again, this 9 raised to minus 1 is taken in the denominator and we get 11 upon 9. Here again we have to turn it into positive power. So we do the reciprocal of it and we get 1 upon 9. So the answer is 11 upon 9. Our next question is evaluate. Evaluate means to find the answer and then you write the value for it. Simplify and evaluate, it has two differences. Simplify, you don't need to get the whole answer till its value. If you get 3 raised to 4, then you can keep it at 3 raised to 4 and simplify. But in evaluate, you have to multiply 3 into 3 into 3 into 3. That is 81. This is evaluation. So now we move on to the next question. 3 raised to minus 5 divided by 3 raised to minus 7. The whole thing is divided by 3 raised to minus 2. Now as I said earlier also, the first thing is turning the powers into positive by taking the reciprocals. So here we took the reciprocals in all the three of them. Now the second step is turning the division sign into multiply. I again recall from the previous lecture that for changing the division sign into multiply sign, we have to do reciprocal of the number. So here, while changing the sign, the next number is reciprocaled. You can see over here in this also. So we got the answer 3 raised to 7 into 3 raised to 2 upon 3 raised to 5. Now as all the three share the same base, we can add the upper ones and subtract the lower one. So 7 plus 2, that is 9, minus 5, that is 9 minus 5 is 4. So 3 raised to 4, we get 81 as our answer. Moving to the next question. For the evaluate only, when it is given in fraction and negative integer, then what shall be done? So as always I said, first thing is turning powers into positive 1 by taking reciprocal. So here we took the reciprocal, so minus 4 and minus 2 are turned into 4 and 2. Here you must take a note that by mistake you do not change this sign. This sign doesn't get changed, it remains as it is. Now the second step is converting the division into multiplication, again by taking reciprocal. So here, while changing division to multiplication, the next number gets reciprocaled, that you can see. Now 3 raised to 4 and minus 3 raised to 4 and minus 3 raised to 2. We both have the same base, so we can subtract the powers as it is in division form. So 4 minus 2 is 2. So minus 3 into minus 3, it is minus minus plus 9. The next question is find the value of m. Here the equation is given. and you are supposed to find the value of m from here. You can see one thing common is the same base in all. Now, when you have the same base, you can make the equation of the powers. How? As these three are in multiplication, the powers of these three are added. So 2m plus 6 plus 1 is equal to 13. Only the powers are equated, only when the base are same. Keep these things in mind. So 2m plus 7 is equal to 13. 7 goes this side, so it turns into negative 7. So 13 minus 7 is 6. Now 2 is divided over here. So 6 by 2 is 3. We get the answer. Next question again comes simplify, but a harder one. In this question, minus 7 raised to 4, 3 by 7 raised to 4 divided by 1 upon 3 raised to minus 5. So here only one element is to be reciprocal to turn into positive power. So this is reciprocal and turn into positive power. This power is shared by both the elements. You can see over here. Here the division sign is changed into multiply sign. So again the whole thing is reciprocal over here. In the next step you can see that minus 7 raised to 4 upon 7 raised to 4. Both are the same base, but here there is a minus sign. But as you all know, minus minus plus, minus minus plus. These are the 4 negative things. So it is an even number, so ultimately it is a plus sign. So here we get plus 7 by 4 upon this plus 7 by 4 multiply by 3 raised to 4 upon 3 raised to 5. This gets cut down and 3 raised to 4 minus 5, this goes above for subtraction. So we get 3 raised to minus 1. Again this is a negative power, so taking a reciprocal we get 1 upon 3. Next sum is evaluate, that means finding the value. You can see that all the 3 powers of the elements are in negative form. So we take the reciprocal and turn it into positive 1. Now 2 raised to 3, that is 2 into 2 into 2 is 8, 3 cube 27 and 4 cube 64. 8 minus 27 is minus 19 divided by 64. So simple, in the division form we keep the answer. Now you all might be very aware that what are our basic steps. Keep writing. The first basic step is turning the powers positive, and the second basic step is turning the division sign into multiplicative sign. These two things you solve and your whole sums easily get solved. In this sum, we are supposed to find the multiplicative inverse. Now in my previous lecture, we had seen the multiplicative inverse, that is the reciprocal. The second name of reciprocal is multiplicative inverse. Here one power is negative, another is positive. So we will only put the reciprocal of this element only. This we keep as it is. This power is shared by both the elements. Now changing the sign into multiply 1. So even this elements get reciprocal. Whenever I again repeat, whenever you want to change the division sign into multiply sign, the next element gets reciprocal, not the previous one. Only the element after it gets reciprocaled. So here 5 raised to 3 upon 3 raised to 3, 3 raised to 5 upon 5 raised to 5. Now we see that there are two elements, 5 and 3. So you can do the simplification for this 2 and this 2. That is 5 raised to 3 minus 5 and 3 raised to 5 minus 3. Only the same base have the powers that are subtracted. Keep this in mind. So 5 raised to minus 2 into 3 raised to 2. 3 raised to 2 is 9 and 5 raised to minus 2 is 25. But as we are supposed to find the multiplicative inverse, thus the answer we obtain over here is yet not our answer. The answer will be 25 upon 9 because the multiplicative inverse is asked. Now we solve for the x. 7 raised to 3 upon 7 raised to x minus 2 is equal to 7 raised to 7. Here you can find all the three bases as same. So we can equate the powers. So 3 minus x minus 2 and this remains same. Now when the bases are same, we can equate the powers. So it's just take the powers. So 3 minus x minus 2 is equal to 7. Now open the bracket, so you will get 3 minus x minus minus plus 2 is equal to 7. So here 5 minus x is equal to 7. 5 minus 7, 7 goes to the left side, x goes to the right side. So x is equal to minus 2. Now again we have a simple simplify, that is an easy one. Here you can see x raised to minus 2, y raised to minus 3 and z does not have any power, so we will consider 1. Here also x raised to minus 2, y raised to minus 4. So first we do is turning the powers into positive 1. But as these both are already same, this can be cut down. No need to change into positive 1 because they both carries the same power. For example, 5 upon 5, that is 1, or you can say minus 5 upon minus 5, that is also 1. Similar manner, here also we can do by cutting method. Here, this can be changed into positive 1, that you can see over here. Y raised to 4 upon y raised to 3 into z. And here 3 by 9 gets cut down, 3 1s are, 3 3s are. So here we get 1 upon 3 upon 3 upon 3 everywhere. So y raised to 4 minus 3 is y raised to 1. So the simply answer will be yz upon 3. Now we move on to the next question. 2 raised to minus 3 into 5 raised to minus 3 into 10 square into 25 upon 5 raised to 4 into 2 raised to minus 5. Now here you can see one thing is common, is there are only two bases, 2 and 5. So this when we can convert into 5 2s are, and this we can write as 5 5s are. Why? Yes, I'll tell you why. Because everything over here is in the given in the base of 2 and 5. So if we convert this into 2 and 5 form and this into 5 into 5 form, then and then only we can apply the laws of exponents on them. So here in the second step we will do is turn the powers into positive 1 already that are given in negative 1. So this goes down and this goes up. Here you can see that 2 raised to 5 into 10 square into 25, and the negative powers are coming down in the denominator to turn it into positive 1. Rest all remains the same. Here 10 square, that is 5 twos are, and 25 is 5 fives are. Then you can equate this both. 5 minus 3. You can apply this power to both the individual ones. Similarly, this power to both the individual ones. But any power carrying 1 is the number itself. So you get the equation in this form. Now all the numbers carrying the power with the base 2 are all added and subtracted. Added, which ones are added? The ones that are in numerator are added, and 3 is subtracted, that you can see over here. Similarly with the base 5, 2 plus 1 plus 1 minus 3 minus 4. So you get this. The base in the denominator, the powers are subtracted according to the laws of exponents. Write the laws of exponents besides you so that all the sums becomes clear. 5 plus 2, 7 minus 3, that you get 4. 2 plus 1 plus 1, 4 minus 3, 1. 1 minus 4, that is minus 3. So again this is negative, so it comes in denominator, reciprocal to turning it into positive 1, and then simply 2 raised to 4 is 16 and 5 cube is 125. You get the answer. I hope you understand all the concepts that I have given already, and stay tuned for the next lecture and for the next exercise. Please like, share and comment the video, and please do not forget to subscribe. So here I say thank you so much.